Had a really full-on few weeks for a lot of different reasons, but something that I'm struggling with that I want to reach out to people about is the ongoing internal conflict I have with myself around the relation between my consciousness and my actions and activities, whether that be my commitment to good health, physically, mentally, my my actions as far as the way that I plan out my days and weeks, what I prioritize, what cheats and what little lies I tell myself to give myself, I guess, a way out of doing the hard things. And I honestly think that this is everywhere, and I think that everyone struggles with this. I sometimes wonder, maybe am I just saying that to try and make myself feel better, and maybe I am, but this is what this video is about. Like neglecting the rules of the physical human body and continuing to do the wrong things for self. I see that everywhere and every day, and of course I see it in myself. And the struggle is to try and quieten the voices in my head, and the noise, and to be still. And I find that when I do find the courage and the ability to be still, I get clarity on what I need to do next, as far as the ongoing journey of improvement as being the best human being you can be. But as long as I continue to feel the emotion, the ego, the beliefs of my past mistakes, successes, my past trials, tribulations, and so on and so forth, the habits and the rituals that I had fallen into over the past 40 years of my life reform. And so then the only way to actually cut ties with them completely is to be able to be still and quiet. And fuck me, I find that hard. I have been getting better at it, and I have been taking the time to try and, remove myself from all of the material fucking things that are out there that can get in the way. And by material things is that what I'm finding at the moment that there is an abundance of are things like fucking people doing ice baths, people getting into, a bit of breath work, people getting into morning sunlight, and all the stuff that I fucking rant on about, which is all important, and it's all scientifically proven that it's great for, for your dopamine and serotonin and all that. Like, they're definitely important. I'm not saying not to do that, but it's also a very easy way of not to then go and do the inner work that is going to make you a far better human being in the long run. It's like you, and by you I mean me as well, choose to do the tips, tricks, hints and hacks to navigate through life so you can avoid the really hard stuff. And all that means is that then that real hard stuff will continue to rise up and show its head. And so without continually finding a place to go and be still and silent, you're never going to get away from it. You're always going to end up back in that circular of of issues and mental problems and issues. Because, what I definitely realised 3 years ago, 4 years ago, whenever that was, you can only actually wash away your inner pain, your inner guilt, your bad conduct with your own tears. That's the only shit that can wash away that stuff. You can't use all of these other tools to wash away and remove past, sins, past, poor conduct, whether that just be to yourself or to people around you or whatever. The only thing that can wash that is your own tears. And so you have to be able to go there and allow that to come out and allow that to, to hurt. And then sit in it and be silent and still. And so obviously meditation is super important in that, trying to be silent and still, but it is difficult, and it's a long, slow road of trying to do a little bit more silence and still every day. And for me personally, I find it, super difficult because I have a noisy brain, I guess, or I feel I've got a very noisy brain, so it's very hard for me to go and find those silent, still spaces. I'd love to hear what other people think about this little ramble rant, and how they go about silencing the noise and working on the true inner self.